Hi neighbors! Welcome back to Ponderosa Garden Adventures. I'm Mark and today I'm going to take you on another garden haul. I've got my harvest basket, a Tasca, a green and yellow basket. And we're going to be harvesting tomatoes, peppers, green beans, and anything else we can find. I do have a little bit of sad news to tell you along the way, so we'll get to that in a minute. But in the meantime, look at this pumpkin. Can you believe it? It is growing so well. It weighs about 5 pounds right now. So it is coming along just fine. I think we're going to have a 10-pounder by the time it's ready to harvest. We're kind of middle of July right now. Hi, Joe. We're kind of in the middle of July right now, so this is going to be ripe by Halloween. We're going to have our own pumpkin to carve up, so that'll be fun. And yeah, we've got tomatoes, peppers, green beans, and some other garden updates to do. So let's get started. So as always, we're going to begin over here on the cherry tomato. And if we peek in there, I think you can see we've got lots and lots of tomatoes to harvest today. Look at all those ripe tomatoes. So this is going to be a really good harvest. Pretty big harvest. Oh, let me come around this side. Oh, look at this. Look at all those ripe tomatoes. Look at that. So you may have a hard time seeing the tomatoes because of all these dead branches. So I'm going to start by just cutting some of these off. Do a quick tidy up here. How does it look now? Do you see the tomatoes? Let's zoom in a little. There we go. Let's start harvesting these tomatoes. Look at all those tomatoes. Let's get started. Can you still see me over there? I'm harvesting from this side. Alrighty. Well, here you go. This is a nice start to the haul. This is about a pound of cherry tomatoes all off of that one plant. Alright. Well, let's see what else we can harvest today. I'm going to harvest these green beans. Yeah, these are coming off. Oh, look, they're just the whole thing's coming off. It comes off. So I'm just going to harvest these and see if this produces any more green beans. It may be done for the year. All right, let's move on. Let's do some peppers. Okay, so here's a little broccoli crown. But if you look down here, there is a pepper bush. Oh, there's a ripe one. There's a red one. Let's grab a couple more. Oh, let's just harvest these. There we go. Let's leave a couple for later. But that looks pretty good. Here's today's pepper harvest. Looking good. And look how much we've gotten so far. Look at all those sweet vegetables. Okay, so these artichokes have pretty much played out. So I'm just going to chop them off and see if they come back next year. All right, done with the artichokes for this year. Okay, here's the asparagus patch. And as you can see, it's coming towards the end of asparagus season. They're starting to die out. They're starting to turn brown. And I just noticed it looks like the bunny rabbit has been eating the asparagus tips. The tips off of all these little spears are all eaten off. I'll bet that was the bunny. Well, they are tasty, so I can imagine why. In a few weeks, these will be dried out, and we'll just cut them off, and they will grow back next year. And here is all that's left of my seedlings. I've got some tomatoes. I think that's it. Oh, that African violet didn't make it. That pepper didn't make it over there. So it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little tomatoes left. I do need to learn more about how to grow from seeds in order to make this work. All right, but overall, the asparagus patch is doing well. So of course, any tour of the garden is going to have to include the pineapple patch. Let's have a look. As you can see, this is the younger one. It's coming out quite nice. You might also notice, do you notice how like the leaves start flattening out around it, sort of give it room to grow? And we expect to see some other shoots coming out of here for new plants that we will harvest when we harvest the pineapple, but I don't see any yet. So we'll keep an eye on that. Let's look at the bigger one. This is the older one. Let's get in close so you can see. So you remember how it was barely the size of my thumb when it first started. It still has quite a ways to go. So we are talking about another 3 to 4 months before it is a full-size pineapple. So I'll keep you posted. Let me give you a couple close-ups. There we are. Isn't that a beautiful pineapple? And again, much bigger than my thumb now, but still a ways to go. And over here is number 2, well on its way to catching up with its older sibling. And that's it. I don't see any other pineapples. June, July is the time when they come up. So that's it for this year, just these 2. I'll keep you posted. All right, and now we are in the grape tunnel. This is our grapevine. The leaves are starting to turn brown, so it's coming to an end. And earlier I mentioned I have some sad news, so this is it. So a couple weeks ago we posted a video of how we put these grape bunches in these tool sacks, hoping to keep the predators off them. Well, as you can see, they figured it out. So this one, they took the bag completely off, and they got all these grapes. This one, they managed to get them right out of the bag, and we're not sure how they do that, but they must be blackbirds, corvids, like crows or ravens or something, because that takes a lot of intelligence to figure. I don't know. I don't even know how they got them out of here. There must be a hole in here somewhere, and they were able to get each and every one of them out there. Look, every single one is missing. Not a single grape left. So that is an ongoing problem if you're a gardener, especially if you're a gardener growing edible crops. And so we are lost. We did not get any grapes at all this year. We had at least half a dozen really nice bunches, and the birds, seems like the birds got them all. So leave us a comment below. How do you deal with the birds eating, particularly the grapes? We thought just hanging them like this would prevent them from being able to do this, but apparently they were able to hang on to the trellis and eat these. So that's what happens. You know, we don't get too upset about it. It's nature. The crows have got to eat too. So, you know, if we try hard enough, we can prevent them from eating it. And we'll do it again next year. But the grapes are done for this year. No grapes. And that's just the way it is here at the Ponderosa. All right, let's go harvest some more tomatoes. Couple more. There we go. Harvest is coming together. All right, a couple of early girl. Ooh, look at that. Nice, huh? A little underripe, but it'll ripen in the window. Getting full. And finally, oh my goodness, look at all these Roma tomatoes. There's a good one. I think that one we'll call ripe. We'll leave these for another day. There's our haul for today. Looks pretty good. All right, let's go take it inside. Outro, July 10th. Rolling. Well, this is a pretty good haul for this week at Ponderosa Garden Adventures. Hope you enjoyed that. Looks like I'll be making some salsa, some salads, maybe some pasta sauce. Stay tuned and find out. In the meantime, thanks for watching another episode. Hi to all our subscribers. This would be a good time to hit that subscribe button if you want to see future episodes showing up in your YouTube feed. Thanks again. We'll see you next time. Looks like I'll be making some, whoa!